Well, good morning. It is Friday, November 19th. Can you even believe it's November 19th already? Next week is Thanksgiving. Holy moly. Anyway, we're good. It's good. Not quite 10 o'clock yet, so I'm just checking to make sure I'm as organized as I think I am. Sometimes you think you're organized and then you're not, and then it's like, what the heck? Anyway, I'm good. I'm good. If there's anybody there, pop on and say hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I have two great cards. And you know what? I think that you didn't get my newsletter because I was in the process of doing it and I thought I hit send, but apparently I did not. I have no clue. But so let me know if you got it. But anyway, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So it's only, it is 10 o'clock. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody out there in cyberspace. All right, so hi, Ann Hill. How nice of you to pop on. Thank you so much for joining me. Okay, so let me show you what we're going to do today. I'm going to bring these over. Look at that. Okay, so these are two cards that I'm going to show you how to do. I'm going to make this Christmas card. This is the one that I sent out in my newsletter. I hope you got to see that. Both of these I've copied. This one is a Jennifer Cotton original. I tweaked it a little bit. I did a few little different things. I'll explain that. And then this one is Jackie Bulci, and I never know if I pronounce her name right. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to first start with this one. I'm going to show you this one. Now, if you notice, because you're all veteran stampers, you can see that this is a little bit, my message is a little bit cattywampus. Thanks for being there. You are welcome, Anne. I'm so happy that you're able to pop on and spend some time with me. Well, anyway, if you're looking very closely, you can see that this is just a little bit cattywampus. But not to worry, because I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do. We're going to do this one first. All right, so what I did was I took my cardstock, and I decided just to do this as a hot dog fold. So here it is, and my little bone folder's right here. Look at what happened. Isn't this the silliest thing? One of my enamel dots got stuck on my bone folder, so I'm just going to leave it there. Who cares? Anyway, this is the hot dog fold, 11 by 5.5. So I'm just going to fold. I've already cut it, and it's already been scored. So I'm going to take my trusty bone folder and give it a nice little crisp fold like that. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this great designer paper. Now this designer paper came from the celebration set, but you can use any designer paper that you want. I happen to love black and white, but when I saw what Jackie did with this, I thought, oh my God, how cute is this? So I simply took, as she did, 2 pieces of cardstock that are 4 1/4 by, I think this is 4 1/4 by 1 1/2, 1 1/4, 4 1/4 by, 4 1/4 by 1 1/4. And then here's my envelope flap, of course. And then I took another strip for the inside. And I happened to choose Flirty Flamingo and Old Olive. I love Flirty Flamingo. I think it's just a bright, sunny, fun card, fun color to use. And it's just a great, it's great. So I'm using it. You can use whatever color you want. Then I got my little dauber. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put ink on the side of the dauber, not on the bulk of the top, the crown of the dauber, just on the side like this. And then I'm just going to come in and I'm just going to start adding a lot of color to the center of the flowers and just let it fade out. And it doesn't have to be perfect because this is kind of abstract. Just like that, like this. See, just a little bit, and then just rub it to the edge, just a little tiny bit. And for the small flowers, I'm just going to daub it a little bit, like this. Daub it, get it, daub it. Oh gosh, I didn't sleep well last night. I'm kind of loopy this morning. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'm up and I'm taking air. What can you do? All right, so let me get to the envelope flap too. Let me bring this in. And just how fun this is. Just remember, on the side. And the reason I'm doing it on the side is because I can get that small area. I can totally get that small area. If I did it on the full part, the crown of it, it would probably get a little bit too much ink. But you can play around with it because that's what we do. We like to play around with our tools to see how things look. to see the effect that we can make. And it doesn't have to be perfect, although I tend to think I think all of these things are perfect, because why aren't they? Perfection is in the eye of the beholder, right? Isn't that right? Yes, right, Ann? You and me. There we go, like this. How's that? Okay, now I'm going to take my old olive. I'm going to close this up because you know how I am as a messy stamper. I'm going to take my old olive as my contrast color. And again on the side, and then I'm just going to come in and gently do some of the leaves. Not all of them, as I didn't do all of the flowers. Just a few, heather and yon, like that. And you see when you do it on the side, you're getting you're getting a greater concentration of the ink. And then as you pull it out to the sides of the leaf, it just kind of fades out a little bit. So it looks kind of cute. I think it looks kind of pretty. These are going to make fantastic note cards. I'm going to do a box set. There, I think that's good. That's nice for the envelope flap. What do you think? Yes? That looks good? I think so. All right, now let me come back and do these pieces here. Okay, there, just a little preponderance. That's a great word, preponderance of ink on the center. And like that, like that, like that. And then just a little bit here on the in piece. This is the piece that's going to go inside my card. All right, a little bit more. There we go. Actually, I'm going to come back with my Flirty Flamingo and just do this one. There we go. And I'm going to do that one too. Okay, perfect. Oh, these, maybe I'll do a few more. Hither and yon. I just have to add, you know, sometimes I think I don't have enough, and then I come back and do some more. So, okay, that's good. I like the way that looks. All right, now, the next thing is I'm going to bring my base back in and my adhesive. Oh, for goodness sakes, I forgot oh, let me go back and get it. Holy moly. Hold on. I got to get my adhesive. Oh, silicone pad. Oh, my knee is really bothering me today, folks. I'm a little hobbling a little on here. Okay, here we go. I'm coming. It takes me a minute to hobble back. Yeah, I'm having my left knee is going to be replaced in January. So I'm not looking forward to it, but it'll be good to have it taken care of. All right, so silicone pad, my adhesive, and now I'm going to take, before I put my designer paper on, I'm actually going to stamp the sentiment. Now, remember, let me bring back my original. Remember how this became a little bit it's going to rain. Oh, is it going to rain? Oh, it's still sunny here, Anne, although there are a few clouds. Ugh. Anyway, see how this was a little bit cattywampus? No, you know, there are no mistakes in Stampin' Up. Remember, there are absolutely no mistakes in Stampin' Up. So what I did was, I said, okay, self, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp another Sunny Thoughts, and then I cut it out with one of the nesting dies like that. And now I'm going to put it on like this, and you and I are the only people that know that underneath this little panel is a little cattywampus, you know, situation. I'm not even going to use the word error because there are no mistakes in Stampin' Up. So I could either pop it on like this, which I think I probably will do instead of putting it on with dimensionals. And the reason is I don't want people to peek underneath this piece of paper and realize that there was something stamped under there. They're going to think they're getting a second-rate card. I don't know if that's true. But anyway, now let me just put this on like this. Let me put this. Hi, Barbara Tominski. Good morning from sunny Florida. Sunny, warm Florida. It's gotten a little bit cooler here today. But there, here, let's go back to that. See how I fixed that little cattywampus situation? And then, of course, I added a little gem, hither and yon. Okay, so let me bring in my card base. Let me bring in the pieces of the designer paper. And we're going to put this on the outside, on the bottom. So a little bit of adhesive here and there. And you know, I do like to use a good amount of adhesive because I don't want my things popping off. So then I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it right on the bottom of the card like that, right to the edge. This is exactly 1.5 by, whoops. Oh, I guess it isn't. Look at that. Now see that? There's a little piece of an edge there. Well, let's see what happens when I put the other one on the top. Maybe I didn't measure these exactly correctly. But again, once again, there are no issues. There is nothing that we can't fix in our little process here of working with all of our great tools. So let me come back and put this on like this. And this one I'm going to make sure I get it over to the left and right to the top, because if I have this, I do. Look at that, folks. I have a little tiny piece that is showing out. So I must not have measured these correctly. Let me bring my trusty ruler back in. Oh, I didn't. It's about a 1/16 of an inch off. So I'm going to take my little trimmer and I'm going to put it in here. Now you have to be careful with this trimmer. This is a mighty, very mighty trimmer. However, you got to remember, you could clip your fingers very carefully, very easily, because this is a guillotine and that could be causing a major ouchie, so be careful. So anyway, that's done. Then I'm going to get the message. Now, because, let me just bring me over for a second. Because I did have an error with the first one, I decided to use my Stampin' Up, my Stamparatus. So let me bring that back and let me bring this over so you can see this. I'm going to bring my Stamparatus in. I've already got it aligned. See, I've got my message right here that says, thought you could use some sunny thoughts today. And of course, when you use the Stamparatus, you like to have a stamping box underneath the side that you're going to ink it up. Now, normally I would ink this up with a spot. I don't have any spot. I can't find it. It's not that I don't have. I can't find my Flirty Flamingo spot. Now, the only reason I suggest that is because you don't get ink. If I use my spot, I'm not going to get ink on this acrylic plate. But what can you do? Anyway, I don't have it, so there we go. So then, because this is a photopolymer stamp, this is a red rubber stamp, all you need is the sheet that goes with it. You bring your card in. Now, remember, I have already placed this stamp exactly where I want it. I'm going to ink it up. Ink, 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 ink. Bring it over. Ta-da! And there is perfect placement. One reason that I absolutely love my Stamparatus. So let me move this out of the way so I have more area here to stamp and play. Let me get that out of the way. All right, so that's that. Then on the inside, I'm going to take this little piece of, let me close this up because you know how I am. All right, let me get this, a little bit of adhesive on this area right here. And then I'm going to bring this in. I just wanted to have a little bit of interest on the inside of the card too, so that I can write, you know, I can write my note. But I'm just carrying the theme of this all the way through like that. How's that? Perfect. So I can write my little message there. And then, of course, you can't have a naked envelope. So here's my envelope. Here's my flap. I'm going to just bring this in. Okay, like that. Take my flap that I've already colored, like this. Done deal. Clip it out. I'm going to trim it out. And then, folks, there's just one other thing that I'm going to do. Now, because I used my Stamparatus and I got perfect placement with my message, I didn't have to cut out another piece like I did with the first one that I made a little boo-boo on. Notice I didn't use the word error because there are no mistakes in Stampin' Up. But isn't that a pretty envelope flap? Don't you love that? And don't you love the card? What a simple card. These will make wonderful, wonderful gifts. Now, of course, it's not finished. I have to add a little winky. And I'm just going to add a little winky hither and yon. What do you think, Ann and Barbara? There we go, like that. Just a little bit. Easy peasy. Now, I know you probably can't see it really, really well on the camera, but it's there. Just see that little bit of a glistening to the little flowers like this. Gosh, I love Winky. I love it. I love it. I just think it adds just a nice little touch. It's just brightness. It's happiness. So whenever this person goes to their mailbox and they see that there's an envelope and it's got this really cute envelope flap, and then they open it up and see this lovely card that Jackie Bolci made and I copied, and there it is. Ta-da, ta-da. So there we go. There's the first one. Now, here's my original. Remember, because I did have a little persnickety issue with placement because I was in a hurry. I wanted to get it done and I didn't use my Stamparatus. But now, thanks, Anne. I'm so glad you love it. But what I did was I just solved the problem. Not a big deal. I re-stamped it, cut it out with this cute die, and then put a little gem there. I could put a gem on this one too if I wanted. They don't seem to be here, but that's okay. If I want, I will. So there's the first one. We'll be making those next Monday and Tuesday. Now let me bring back the Christmas one. Here is the Christmas one. Every single week, it's unbelievable how beautiful, how many cards I see between our demonstrative site and also on Pinterest. It's just crazy. But this one is wicked easy. And again, this is a copy. This is tweaked from one that I saw from Jennifer Cotton. So let me bring in my cardstock. And again, I use the hot dog fold. You never know. Sometimes I use the hot dog. Sometimes I use the left to right fold. It doesn't matter. I'm just crazy about changing things up a bit. So it's already cut and scored. Let me just give this nice little crisp fold. Gosh, I love good tools. My bone folder is a happy little tool to have. Now, what I did was I took Evening Evergreen, which is one of the in colors, and I ran it through the Holly embossing folder. See how pretty that is? It's really pretty. But again, you can use whatever embossing folder you want. This is completely up to you. It's completely your design. And then, again, some snaily whaley. You got to put some good adhesive on. I'm using this up because like I said, I still have a few more rolls of this left. And you can see it's pulling a little tiny bit, and that's only because there's a lot of dimension to this embossing folder. There's a lot of highs and lows, but it doesn't really matter as long as you get good adhesive on. And now I'm going to bring it in, and I'm going to put it up like this, just like that. And then I took a piece of Designer Series paper, which is, oh gosh, I'm losing my mind. I can't remember the name of this. Hi, Kathy. Thank you for popping on. Thank you so much. Oh, gosh, it's right on the top of my head. It'll come to me in a minute. Anyway, you could use either side, whatever you want. The lusciousness of our designer papers is endless. You could pick whatever you want, but look at how pretty this is. So I'm just going to take this, and I'm going to butt it right up against my piece of Evening Evergreen, just like that, and make sure I get it top to bottom, measured right, and then it's perfect on the right hand side like that. And then what I did was I took a piece of this really, really pretty silver foil, sparkly foil paper. This was a giveaway for celebration. Now, if you don't have this, you can use something else. You could use silver foil. You could take a piece of a cardstock and run it through the embossing folder to give it a little bit of texture. But I just happen to have this. So I'm going to put it right on the center of the seam, not the center of the seam, the ends of the seams of the designer paper and the Evening Evergreen. And oops, it looks like I've just got this a little tiny bit. Let me just move this over just a tiny little bit. It looks like I might have cut this a little bit too long. I did. So I'm just going to bring my little snips in, and I'm just going to take off a nanosecond of this. There, perfecto. Perfecto, perfecto. Now you could use tear tape if you want, but I used plenty of the snail, and it's going to hold very nicely. Now, let's get to the stamping. So I took a one of the stamps from the Christmas section, which is called, is it Whimsical Trees? I forget it. It's Whimsical Tree. The Christmas Season stamp set. Christmas Season stamp set, and it is a photopolymer, so I do need to use the PS pad. Here is my Evening Evergreen. Is it Evening? Yeah, Evening Evergreen ink. And then I took a little piece of white cardstock, and what I'm simply going to do here, let me bring this in so you can see, is stamp it and then stamp it off, ink it up again, stamp it one more time, stamp it off, then ink it up again one more time like that. And I'm going to, thank you, Gail Case. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. So how easy was that? Then a little bit of adhesive. A little bit of adhesive. Whoops. like this, and back it with the piece of evening evergreen paper like this. And then this is going to go on to our card like this. I am going to use some dimensionals on this, probably 4, 1 in each corner, because you certainly want to make sure it sticks nicely. You don't want it falling apart. So there's that. Pop these things off. These are all over my house. You know, I think I'm really good about cleaning, and then all of a sudden Jack will say, look what I found. All right, so this is going to go on just like this. Now we're going to do some fun stuff, because I love. Oh, you know what? Before I put this away, let me just take this in and do my envelope, because I've got the ink pad already out, and this way I won't have to get this there. Oops, look what I did. I made a mistake. Oh, did I use that word? I didn't mean to use that word. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to continue stamping over this so that you can't even see. Look at that. See? It's gone. You can't even see the fact that I had a little bit of a persnickety issue there. Done deal. All right, that's done. Let me get this out of the way. Now, what I love to do is emboss. This is wet embossing, and so I'm going to take this strip of white cardstock, and I am going to take my little here. Where is my Versamark? Oh, for goodness sakes. I had it right here. Where is it? Where's my Versamark? Oh, wait a minute. Let me go get it. Hold on. Oh. Darn silly knee. Hold on. What the heck did I do with it? No, it's probably, oh, here it is. I got it. I'm coming. I got it. Okay. Now, this is Merry Christmas from the same stamp set, and a little Versamark, a little, that's right, there are no mistakes in Stampin' Gale, you are right. All right, so there's Merry Christmas. Oops, I didn't get that on camera, but anyway, you know what that looks like. And then I'm going to take my silver embossing powder, and I'm going to tap that. Look at how pretty that's going to look. I love the way this looks. And I've got my heat tool, and I've got, I moved it away so you can't see it, but I don't want to blow up my embossing powder, because I have to emboss the middle, the inside of the card. So this takes a minute. I haven't used it this morning, so it's going to take a minute to heat it up. But we're getting there. There we go. I should have moved it so you can see it, because it's magic. We like the magic of this. Whoa. There we go. Almost done. Almost done. Sorry it's taken me so long, but again, like I said, okay, I didn't have the heat tool already primed this morning. But anyway, there's that. Now let me get the inside of the card, and I'm going to use, I just love this saying, wishing you Christmas cheer and magical moments that last all year. So I'm going to take some Versamark on this, and I'm going to stamp it right here like that. Add some, there's a dimensional in there. Oh golly, you gotta laugh. All right, this won't take as long because the heat tool is already hot, so hold on a minute. I love wet embossing. There we go. So there we go. Let me bring this back so you can see. Whoops, I didn't mean me. Wait a minute. What I meant was this. There we go. Okay, so here it is. Let me move this out of the way so you can see that. And there is the inside of the card. Look at how pretty that is. And then I'm going to take my little Merry Christmas, and I could use my triple banner punch, but this is just really quick and easy. So I'm just going to cut this banner out myself. So it's just a little T on one end and a T on the other end. Easy peasy. You kind of just have to eyeball it like that. Then I'm going to put some adhesive on the center part of this, not the ends, just the center, because I just want it to rest on here like this. How pretty is that? Ta-da! And then I'm going to take some gems, and I'm going to take my pick-me-up tool, which you know how much I love my pick-me-up tool. And I'm going to put like one here, and I'm probably going to put another one like right up here, and maybe one more, because you have to have 3. I don't know why you have to have 3, but you do. 3, 5, you know, the odd numbers. Let's see. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right down here. Like this. Yeah, right there. Okay, so there's that. And then I have, let me get this out of the way, and I will show you, but look at how pretty that is. Isn't that a pretty card? Easy, easy, easy. You hold that so you can see that shine. Isn't that pretty? I just love it. I think it's so pretty. Oh, you know what? We probably need a little leaf on the inside here too. Let me add another leaf because it needs it. Don't you think? On the inside. One more. Actually, we'll do it this way, and then I'll do it this way. There. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so here are the cards that we're going to do next Monday, and we're going to do them Monday night, and we're going to do them on Tuesday morning, exactly the same. And actually, I'll give you a choice when you come. You can decide if you want to use this die cutout or you just want to keep it nice and simple. But these are really beautiful, easy, 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 fun note cards. Make a perfect gift. And this is yet one more Christmas card. We're getting close to the end of making Christmas cards, folks. Maybe another week or two. I don't know. You never know with me. But there they are. But let me show you a couple others that I did with this one. This one is a little different. This is using, again, still the same, a different designer series paper, the same embossing folder, which is the Holly embossing folder, which I used. It's retired, but I used it. And then I used red enamel dots to decorate it with this designer paper. Same idea. And then here's one more. Look at how cute this one is. What do you think? Look at that little deer. How cute is that? Season's greetings, just with a few little gems. So those are what we're going to do next Monday and anytime after 4:30, and Tuesday morning starting at 9 or actually 8:30 in the morning, because I go to the senior center in the afternoon, so I have to kick everybody out by 12 because I have to get to the senior center and take care of my peeps there. I'm sorry. Anyway, so I hope that you have a great rest of today. Have a lovely Friday. Have a lovely weekend. Ann says it's going to rain in her neck of the woods, and it looks like it may rain here, although the blue sky has just come about. Clouds have parted and the blue sky is there. Anyway, have a great weekend. Thank you once again for supporting me. It means a lot. I love you all. Namaste. Take care. Be safe. See you next week. Bye. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I will see you next week. It's the day after Thanksgiving, but I will be doing a live on that Friday morning, so I hope you can join me. So please do have a wonderful Thanksgiving, whatever you're doing. If you're staying home by yourself or if you're going to friends and family, whatever it is, be thankful for all that you have and we have. We are very fortunate people, and blessings to all of you, my friends. Namaste.